By the time Sarah Michelle Gellar was a teenager, she was already a showbiz veteran. She started in commercials, performed on the stage, and appeared on television shows, including The Guiding Light and Spencer for Hire.
Are there moments where you cringe, like old TV appearances?
Oh.
Guest star?
Constantly, you know. It's the hair. It's always the hair.
Oh.
And the eyebrows. The eyebrows. People forget that, you know, before you learn how to tweeze and you just have that, like, thick black unibrow.
Oh, wait, I saw Girl Talk.
No, you did not. No, you so did not.
That was great.
How did you get that?
I have ways.
It was a great idea. It was like sort of a Saturday Night Live talk show type thing for young girls, and it was Soleil Moon, Fry, and I, and we had huge guest stars, you know, because it was New Kids on the Block and Tiffany.
So, do you have a boyfriend?
Joey Lawrence. I mean, this was like big for the 80s, but it didn't get sold. We did 5 episodes, and then that was it. Can I have that tape when you're done with it, so I can burn it, please?
Hey, Soleil, have you ever had a really, really weird dream?
No, but I'm working on it.
One time, I dreamed I was at the beach, and then all of a sudden, this big sand woman, who we're talking tremendously chunky, starts chasing me down the beach chanting, Sarah Gellar, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Sarah!
Oh, goodness me. No, the other one that I get all the time is Swans Crossing. I still get people come up to me and like, remember Swans Crossing? I get that one. I get that one all the time.
Described as dynasty for teenagers, Swans Crossing was a daily syndicated soap that lasted only 3 months. Still, Sarah was acting and getting paid for it.
It was something that I really liked doing, but school always came first. I was also a figure skater. I did taekwondo. I mean, I did everything, and I was sort of testing everything out. And it was only when I was 16, when I said, you know, I need to figure out what I want to do, because it was always easy to do, you know, one big project a year, a Broadway show, a movie of the week, a couple episodes of a show, and still have school. But then there comes that point where you need to figure out, is my life going to be about college? Is it going to be about, you know, getting up and going to SAT prep courses and doing all that, or is this something that I really want to do? And it was a hard decision.
You have been doing this since you were 4 years old. Were you always aware sometimes when you didn't get jobs? What was that like?
Well, absolutely. See, the rejection, people always say, I would never let my children do that because of the rejection. But rejection is an incredibly real thing that I think people face in their life. And I think when you learn how to deal with it at an early age, it makes you deal with it much better. It's really no different than not getting the starting position on a Little League team or not being the lead in the school play. They're all forms of rejection. I just learned how to deal with them on an incredibly mature and understanding level very early. And luckily, because of what I did, if I didn't get one commercial, well, there's an audition tomorrow. So it was a really good way. The hard thing for me was when you're in school, that's a very, very tough age to miss 6 months of and then come back. And for me, I came back like nothing had changed, but to everyone else, I'd been gone for 6 months and didn't fit in anymore. And kids are, specifically girls, are incredibly cruel at that age. Anyone that says high school was the best time of their lives, man, I can't believe it.
For a while, Sarah attended New York's High School of Performing Arts, the school that inspired the movie Fame.
I thought, well, now I'll be surrounded with people that are artistic, that like what I like, and I'll fit in. And it's a public school, so I'd be saving all the tuition. And I stayed there about a month. And I actually got kicked out.
Why'd you get kicked out?
Because they believe that you shouldn't be working professionally until they teach you everything that they want to do, that they need to teach you. But I was constantly missing school because I was working. I didn't like the school. It's not like the movie, the television show. People don't dance, and I expected, like, literally, like, you know, Leroy to come, like, dancing down the aisle, and it wasn't like that.
Instead, Sarah enrolled at the Professional Children's School, designed for students with irregular schedules.
It was all about academics. We don't need gym. We all have our extracurricular activities. We don't need to take these art classes. And so I was able to take my classes only in the morning so that I could audition in the afternoon. PCS was an amazing experience. And you look at, like, my classmates, Jerry O'Connell, Tara Reid, Donald Faison. I mean, people that I still, like, people say, how do you guys have reunions? And I said, well, yeah, just every Saturday, you know, at the Coffee Bean. Because I still see so many of the people I went to school with.
At that point, were you competitive?
I was competitive with myself. I wasn't, if someone next to me got an A and I got an A-, I wanted to get an A+ next time, not because of that person, but because I wanted to best myself. I find myself just competing with myself, mainly. And I was able, because my credits, I had finished so many of my classes, because I would stay later and finish them, that I was able to graduate high school right before I turned 16, when I was 15.
I sense like a drive. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't believe ambition or drive. I don't believe they're bad words. I think a lot of times they get misused, and especially on a woman, it becomes a bad thing.
Right.
I love what I do. I'm very lucky to be successful at that, and I'm very, very grateful to that. I watched all my friends go to college and go to graduate school and get out and feel incredibly lost and not know what they wanted to do, or then take these jobs where they weren't happy. But I get up every morning, and I love what I do. And I feel very blessed because of that.
Coming up, the dirt on Sarah's soap days.
We didn't have the greatest relationship, and it was one of those things that I didn't understand at the time.
And later, becoming Buffy.
Just a debacle of epic proportions.